Welcome everyone, I'm Alvin, your tutors for today's lesson. Today, we are embarking on an exciting journey on discovering about complex numbers. Complex numbers is expressed as a plus bi, where I is the imaginary unit. Let's break that down with more details soon. Before we dive deeper, here's what we're aiming to achieve today. First, we'll understand the structure of complex numbers. Next, we'll practice some basic operations with complex numbers. And finally, we'll learn how to visualize them on a complex plane. Keep these goals in mind as we proceed. Now, let's explore the core concept of complex numbers, the imaginary unit. The imaginary unit is denoted as I and is defined such that I squared equals to -1. Grasping this idea is crucial because it is the building block of all complex number operations. Let's move on to the structure of complex numbers. A complex number consists of two parts, the real part, denoted by A, and the imaginary part, denoted by B. Totally and together, these parts make up the form A plus BI. Understanding the structure will help us as we look at the operations. Now that we have a basic understanding, let's discuss the operations with complex numbers. Starting with addition, the rule is to simply add the real parts together and add the imaginary parts together. For multiplication, we use the distributive property. Then, here are the considerations if we wish to visualize complex numbers on the complex plane. This plane has a horizontal real axis and a vertical imaginary axis. So let me draw them here. So for example, we have like this number 2 plus 3i. Then what I need to do is I need to, on the real part or the x-axis, the real axis, I make sure that my point is parallel with the value 2 on the real axis. And on the imaginary axis, I make sure that the point is parallel to the value 3 on the imaginary axis. And as a result, here is the point. And you can see like how to draw this point like with from the zero coordinate. Now, our activity is to pair up and solve 2 plus 3i plus 4 plus 2i and 1 multiply 1 plus I and 1 minus I. Let's notice the patterns that emerge. Let me solve the first one. So the problem is 1 plus I times 1 minus I. What we do here, first we write the problem, and then we multiply 1 with 1 and minus I. So it becomes 1 minus I. And then we multiply I with 1 minus I. As a result, it will be plus I minus 1 because I squared is minus 1. So as a result, it will be 2. And in the coordinate system, we can visualize it as this way. So in the real part is 2. So we mark the real part here. But the imaginary part is 0. So we don't need to raise the imaginary part. We don't need to raise the number. And as a result, the point is here. It's denoted with the black dot. Now, I'll give you 1 minute to solve 2 plus 3i plus 4 plus 2i and draw them in the coordinate system. I'll give you 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute is done. Who has got the answer? What's the answer? Oh, you say 2 plus 3i. No, that's the question. It's more than that. How about others? Oh, I see someone answering 6 plus 5i. That's the correct answer. Why is it the correct answer? So 2 plus 3i plus 4 plus 2i. The rule for this addition is to add the real part together and add the imaginary part together. So as a result, it becomes 2 plus 4 plus bracket 3 plus 2i. And as a result, the value is 6 plus 5i. And how to visualize it? We make sure it has a value 5 on the real part and has a value of 6 as the imaginary part. So we pull this factor or pull this line, and here we get it. It's 5, 6. Oh, sorry. So you point out there's a mistake. Right, there's a mistake. What's the mistake? I should put 6 as the real part and 5 as the imaginary part. So I pull it again. There you go. This is 6 plus 5i. Okay, seems that we are done. So let's review what we've covered. We started with the definition and structure of complex numbers, moved through some operations, and visualize them on the complex plane. Before we conclude, do you have any questions? Feel free to ask me. Seems that no one has any questions. So thank you for listening and learning with me, and I hope to see you next time.